Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And there's Porter. I want to show you this stream. I'm in the, I guess you call it the city of Milton or town of Milton, Massachusetts. There's like a little stream that all the drain water dumps into, and I think this dumps all the way into the Charles River, if I'm not mistaken. So all the storm drains, like you can see one right there, they all dump into the Charles River. I'm not sure the name of this. I'm pretty sure this has a name to it. Does that have a name to that river? That little, does this have a name?
You know what? I got my GPS out.
Because I think this dumps into the Charles River. Is that correct?
I wouldn't know.
I think it runs all the way from like Mattapan.
Pine Tree Brook.
Pine Street Brook?
No, Pine Tree.
Oh, Pine Tree Brook.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's Pine Tree. I have to look that up.
Let's see. What is this big body here? It is the Ponset, I guess.
The Ponset, that is the Charles River, isn't it? By the Ponset?
That I don't know.
See, I don't know either. A lot of stuff I don't.
The Ponset River.
The Ponset River?
Yeah.
I know it goes quite a distance through the city.
Right.
It travels a long distance through.
It does.
And a lot of people don't know where it goes. It goes underground and everything.
Right. I'd be lost without GPS.
Exactly.
Crap,
Me too. All right, buddy.
Weekend,
take care, buddy. Be safe. All right. So this is Pine Tree River. I think that's what he said. Pine Tree River. Oh, Pine Tree Brook. Sorry about that. And so this is where all the storm drain. They all dump into each other. So let's take a walk down here. And I'm behind Elliott Street and Center Street in Milton. So this is just on the other side of Boston. Maybe, wow, not that far from Boston. Maybe like 20 to 100 yards from Boston, maybe. Not too sure how far. But so all these little storm drains right here, they dump directly into over here. That's why it's very important not to pour oil and stuff down the drain, because it all dumps into this little brook right here, which dumps out into a bigger body of water. So let me show you a better example of those things that dump into this little brook. If you look under there, you can see some tubings that come. I don't know if this camera's going to pick it up, but let's see if it does. There's two sets of tubings under this little bridge. There's a green one that's kind of high. And I'm not going to be able to pick it up on this. Or maybe I can. Right there, and there's one just below that one. The one that's the higher one is directly underneath that pickup truck, if you can see it. And when I walk over to that pickup truck, you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. There's another one that's right here on my right-hand side, which is right here. And this one's more easier to see. If this is the storm drain right here. Now keep in mind, I'm saying storm drain. I'm not saying sewage. I'm saying storm drain, and that's the PVC pipe right there. So keep in mind, sewage and storm drain are two different things. So they're not supposed to dump into the same location. They're not supposed to. And it doesn't mean they will, but they're not supposed to. This is a storm drain here that I was talking about by the pickup truck. That's the one that you can't see it now, but I'm directly on top of it. And there's a bigger storm drain right there. That's one of the main ones that come further down. So I just want to give you an idea of what goes on. So like I said, I'm on Elliott Street and Center Street in Milton. Some people know this area, some people don't know this area, but it's a pretty quiet area. Not much goes on down here. Just give you a kind of view of what you will see. See how they keep their clocks nice and maintained? You go in the city of Boston, you find one or two clocks like that, and they're not that well maintained at all. They look horrible. Our mayor should take some pointers from Milton. Beth Israel Deaconess Hospital going that way. It's another information for people to read. A lot of good stuff out here. You just gotta see what's out. If you walk this way across this street, you know this intersection is a pretty busy intersection, and they don't even have a traffic light. They just have stop signs, and they don't get too many accidents here. Maybe a few, but not as much as we get in the city. Now, I'm gonna walk to the other side of that bridge so you can see where the water travels. It travels a good distance, like through this town, all the way to the one side to the other side. I believe it. If you was to follow that trail, it comes where 128 is over there by 138, I should say. It travels all through. So one day I might get a canoe and go down there and see how far it takes me. It might take me underground too, so I gotta be careful, because I heard it goes underground somewhere too. I'm not too sure where. But as a matter of fact, I think someone told me it goes. I can't go by hearsay though, but I heard that it goes underground through Roxbury, but I don't know about that. I have to look into that. It could be, it could not be. There's a lot of stuff in the city that we don't know, so we gotta learn. Got a railroad crossing here. But this is the T. This is the MBTA Central Ave station. I don't know if you guys ever been on the old trolley. There's an old trolley that goes on this track over here. At least I think that's what it is. I think it's a very old trolley train system. Back. How far back? Wow, maybe the 40s and 50s. So it's not a commuter rail. It's maybe I can get a video of one of those trains coming by. But it comes by. Here come one now. Here we go. I've been on them a few times. Here comes one of them right now. Mattapan Ashmont. So it travels Mattapan Ashmont. Let's see if I can get a view of him taking off and leaving. And this thing is like, I don't know how old they are, but they're pretty old. I've been on them. They run. They're operational, so that's a good thing. What's up, buddy? That thing is. As long as they run, that's the most important thing. I'm not sure if you can use your Charlie card to get on there. It's the bat bus. And the bus drivers by right, they have to open their doors to, well, let me say it again. They're supposed to open their doors and look down the trolley train tracks. Not all bus drivers do that, but that bus driver did. And that's the correct way you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to actually open your door and open your window and look both ways. You're not supposed to do it with your door shut. And I'm not too sure how you ride one of these, but I'm assuming it's on a Charlie card system. I haven't been on one recently since they activated the Charlie cards, but I think maybe it is a Charlie card system. You catch this at Mattapan Station, I believe, and it runs all the way to wherever you're going. Can't hurt to get on one of those one day, just to see how it is, you know. Actually, I should ask these people over here. I got a question. If you want to ride one of these trolleys, can you use the Charlie card? You can use the Charlie card to get on there? No? He said no. How do you pay to get on one of those? The trolley? The trolley that comes through here? No, you pay by cash or a Charlie card? Charlie card?
You need to have a Charlie card.
You have a Charlie card? Okay.
You can just get on and pay for one when you get to Ashmont.
Gotcha. All right, appreciate it. I haven't been on it in a long time. I've been on it like years and years ago, but not recently.
Same.
Okay, thanks, man. Thanks for the information.
You're welcome.
Always good to ask questions. If you don't know, you got to ask questions. And everybody's in the learning process around here. one guy said one guy said one thing, one guy said another thing. But I believe I believe the last gentleman because he had more information about it and he elaborated on it more. So when people can elaborate on it, that means they know more about it than what they're saying. When someone just says yes, that can mean anything. So this is that body of water where it dumps into here. Like I said, it goes, well, we're looking at upstream. This is upstream this way. And the water's going downstream, which is that way over there. It goes downstream that way, and it goes quite a distance, so we can't really follow it because well, one day maybe we will follow that. Because I think it goes under a couple of buildings and come out the other side somewhere too, so it'd be kind of hard to like physically follow it. Maybe you could track it by walking around it and stuff like that. A lot of construction going on over here. Not too sure what these pipes are here, but whenever I see pipes like this, I think they're natural gas. I could be wrong. These could be water. They're not painted yellow, so they could be water. If they were painted yellow, I was automatically associated with gas. But because they're black, I'm going to associate it with water or something else. When you get over here, what is that? Get some gate valves. I guess it is water. Get further investigation will probably tell you more about it. Definitely appears to be water. I'm not sure if those are pumps. Those must be pumps. Maybe they're pumping it from one side to the other side. That's what it looks like. And it goes back into the ground over here. And they're both going the same direction, which is kind of weird. Well, maybe two to make up one on the volume side. Definitely is water for sure. 100% water. Not too sure what it does and how it operates, but it's definitely water in there. But I want to show you the reservoir. I call it the reservoir. It's like a brook, but it dumps into like a bigger channel. It's right here in Milton. I'm not too sure where Milton ends and Boston picks up. Go ahead. I'm not trying to cross. Oh, he's letting that car go. That's kind of dangerous. That is very dangerous. You got to come onto oncoming traffic to make that left-hand turn. That should not be that way. So theoretically, he's driving on the wrong side of the road to make a left-hand turn into the driveway there. I can see accidents happen like that all the time. That's another thing. People don't plan certain things. They just do it. They don't plan. They don't think about the consequences when they're doing something. They just do it. Then say, well, we'll deal with it later on. But always got to think before you do something. One day I'm gonna look on the map and see exactly where that brook drains off into. And how far it goes. Now, from what I understand, it goes along the stretch here. Let's see what we see when we walk along this stretch. It's a little. I don't know if I should go down or up. Maybe I could only go down. But it's like a It's like a little. You can use kayaks. So I guess you can use your kayaks over here if you wanted to. bicyclists. That's interesting. No long-term parking, so that means you can't park here like for long term. I'm gonna try to walk down this little footpath here and see what we see. Not too sure how far you can go down here, but this is my first time ever coming down here, so be a learning experience. Gotta watch your step. Don't fumble on the little railroad ties. Gotta be kind of well coordinated, I guess. So I guess if you're gonna launch a canoe, you could launch a canoe right here. They got ducks in there. You got ducks in there. And I'm trying to figure out if this is the same water that goes down to the riverway. But then again, I don't know, so it may not be. But you see how it channels off from there, dumping into a big old body of water. That's the location I believe I was at first before I came over here. And one day we're gonna track how far this thing really goes. Like I said, get a canoe one day and roll down and see how far you can get. Pretty good scenery though. You got ducks, you got... Looks like they're doing some work under the bridge as well. I don't know if you guys can see that. Somewhere under that bridge, if I can get a little closer, see what I'm talking about. They got some kind of platform where they can work underneath the bridge. Right under there. Not too sure what they're doing on there, but that's like a new setup. That's not the original, so that they done a lot of work from the old one to the new one. Down there that's all downstream going that way. So whatever is this way is dumped out to a bigger body of water somewhere, somehow, some way. That'll be my next project, tracking how far that that body of water actually goes. That looks like Poison Ivy, but I don't think it is. Poison Ivy is a little bit more shinier than that. Then again, I could be wrong. I'm not gonna touch it to find out. Now these things here, you gotta kind of pace yourself going up these things, because if you step on the wrong one the wrong way, you might find yourself in trouble. Let's see what else we can see in this general area while we're down here. They got that gate locked. Normally you could walk through there, but that gate looks like it has the padlock on it. Or maybe it doesn't. I guess it doesn't have a padlock. I guess you could walk through it if you wanted to. Well, I guess nothing saying you can't walk through there, so let me walk through there and see what's down there. Take a quick stroll through there. No alcohol. Dogs must be on a leash. All the good stuff you need to know. Rules and regulations. A lot of rules, a lot of regulations. Hopefully we're not breaking one by... Well, you can't be breaking one by walking in here, because it would be a sign saying no trespassing. I didn't see one of those, so... Even if you are trespassing, all they can do is ask you to leave, and you leave. So this is that large body of water, and like I said, it goes miles and miles and miles. So really can't track it on foot. Well, you could, but it'll take you a long time. I'm gonna walk as far as I can walk over here and see where it leads me at. And you definitely could take a canoe in here. There's no question about it. Kayak, canoe, take a little small boat. Nothing too big, because the water's kind of shallow, so you don't want nothing too deep where you're gonna run aground. And that's the other bridge. I believe they did that bridge over too. Just to give you an idea of the area that we're at. It's pretty quiet area. Not many people over here at all. Not many people at all. It's not like the city where it's like loud. Since I've been here, I haven't heard one siren. I haven't really heard any heavy trucks come through here. I had birds chirping. I do hear like a leaf blower in the background in the distance. That's about it. Listen to the scanner. Not much activity on the Milton police anyway. Get the airplane. If I can catch that. Oh, maybe I can't. My phone's ringing. Let's see. Hello? I can't really answer that call. I'll get back to him on that. Call him later. Now this bridge here is not a pedestrian bridge. I think this is a bridge for, well, maybe it is a pedestrian bridge. I think it is a pedestrian bridge. I'm lying to myself. Yeah, I think that is a pedestrian bridge. I was just gonna say it's not, but I think it is. Now that I get up here, it is a pedestrian bridge. They always say don't be so quick to judge unless you have all the information. And yes, it is. It is a pedestrian bridge. You can cross over to that side. Nice little scenery, you know. Even if you're just gonna walk around and enjoy the weather, you can't hurt, you know. Got a smokestack up there. I'm not sure if that's a factory or what. But I heard, I don't know if it's true or not, those old chimneys like that used to be lined with asbestos. Yeah, those things run pretty frequently. Let's take a walk back and see where this bridge takes us to. Well, it's good to learn different towns. There's some people that lived in Boston all their life and never venture out of the city. So you got to kind of venture out different places to see what you're missing or what you're not missing. Let's see what we got over here. So this is where the pedestrians jog, walk their dogs, all that good stuff. And I guess you can go that way too. I don't know where that way takes you. It's interesting. I don't know where that way takes you, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna go that way today. I'm just gonna see where it goes. Like, how far does it go? Wow, it goes all the way down. Pretty cool. So you guys definitely get options. Definitely get options. Definitely get options. I'm gonna go back this way. This is the way where I came. And maybe that'll be the next video. Walk down to the next stop down there. Like I said, there's so much stuff you can explore in Milton. You're not going to be able to do it all in one day, for sure. Life cycle of the bullfrog. That's interesting to know. I don't know if you guys can make that out, but let me back up a little bit to get it all in the frame. that's going to be helpful for somebody. Yeah, I noticed a lot of people riding their bikes along this little trail. That's, like I said, the picture of Donald Trump there, I believe. At least I think that's him. I could be wrong. More people on the bikes over there. There's a young lady walking her dog behind me. No alcohol. Definitely no alcohol. Free family flicks, sorry. Some of the stuff may be kind of blurry because it's going through a fogged plexiglass. So if it comes out a little blurry, just forgive me on that. Neponsit River Restoration. So this might be part of that whole project. Some more of the rules and regulations up there. How's it going? All right. It's a lot of a lot of good information. A lot of good information, and you gotta go check and. If you don't seek, you won't find. You know, that's the way I look at it. Let's take a quick walk through here. Like, I try to give people a little bit of everything, so there's so much stuff to do and not enough time to do it. So you just gotta kind of pick and choose when you're gonna cover certain things. Just for the guys on the bikes, I can see them. I can see them kind of like without seeing them. It's kind of weird. Kind of hear them and feel them at the same time. There's another bike approaching on the right. I always try to stay on the right because usually that's the travel of pedestrians. Pedestrians on the right on either way. And if you stay stationary, usually the bikes will find their way around you. But if you move, you could potentially move into their path of travel. So the best thing to do is if you're walking down the road and you know there's a bike or some kind of rollerblade or skateboard or whatever is rolling faster than you behind you, the best thing you can do is stay stationary. They're gonna move around you faster than you can move around them. So that's just my logic of thinking. If I was going faster than them, I could safely move to the right or the left, whatever. But if you feel somebody coming behind you and you know they're going faster than you because they're approaching at a fast pace, just stay still. Keep the pace you're going. Don't change anything. Because they're anticipating you staying where you're at and them going around you. Now, if somebody hits you, that's because they hit you because they weren't paying attention. They're going to hit you regardless. But safety first. Always safety first. Central Ave. I'm not sure if this is called oh, this is Central Ave. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. Just made a good loop. I imagine this building is going to have the bottom side is going to be all commercial space, and the upper parts can be living quarters, maybe condos. Not too sure, but at least most of these people are stopping or slowing down. When the trolleys come through, the lights don't flash. They just anticipate that you stop when the trolleys do come through. Go ahead. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Just recording what I see in public. All right. I think he probably thought I was monitoring his speed. That's probably why he stopped. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Oh, they're talking to me. Got cameras there. One day I gotta get on these trolleys and ride them both ways. Ride them that way. I guess the best way to be start from Mattapan T Station. That's where it starts and goes all the way to. They say Ashmont. Is it Ashmont where it goes to? Maybe it does go to Ashmont. I think it does go to Ashmont. It's been a while since I've been on it. I think it does. Well, yeah, it says Ashmont right there. So Ashmont 1 minute 12. 1 minute. Exact. The time is 12:05, so I'm confusing the two. So Ashmont 1 minute, and the time is 12:05. One day we'll get on that thing and ride it and see where it goes. Can't hurt. It definitely can't hurt to get on one. And I don't have my Charlie card with me today, so I'm not gonna ride it today. But next time I'm prepared, I will definitely do that. So we did a pretty good walk here. Pretty good walk. Just walking around the area. Just wanted to show you like what goes on in this. And I'm not too sure what this area is called, and I'm pretty sure it does have a name to it. Because it's a very busy area. Like I said, we're at Central Ave. And I believe the other street is Elliott Street. Elliott Street over here. Must have a name of this square. I guess those are the development and management company. That's probably the ones who are building this complex here. They call it Central Station. Maybe it's called Central. It can't be called Central Square because that'd be kind of duplicating the Central Square we already have. So it must be like another name they call this area. I might ask somebody before I leave out of here. Well, unless I see a wording that says something on it. If you want to buy some wine, that's where you can find all your local wines and stuff. I'm not too sure what they sell in here. Look like candy or something. But maybe it's not candy. Could be like smoothies or slush. Everything has the name Central in it.